Hi, I'm Nancy Valentine Smith, and I am a medicine woman of the earth and of the stars. I understand deeply what you are going through with these energies that are coursing through our being, our bodies, the intensity of the great shifts that we are in is causing so much emotions and feelings that are coming up. These emotions and these feelings have many factors to them. One is that they are connected to the past that is being dislodged from the solar plexus and aspects of the sacral. Now, the mind is also being activated, the ego consciousness. Now, the ego aspect of our being has been a dominant factor in guiding us through our life, through different situations. Now, the ego consciousness, that ego aspect of us, is now being called to shift out of the old paradigms of survival. For the solar plexus realm carries the energies, the spaces connected to our self-worth, our empowerment. So what we are going through is a shift out of the old ways of this energy. For this energy is the way we move on the planet, the way we correct. It is a directive, it is a direction of an old consciousness that has its foundation in separation. So the intensity that we are feeling in this transmutation is very high because it is hitting a nerve within us connected to our empowerment, to our sovereignty of self grounded here on earth, which in its higher aspiration is the activation of connection, of kinship. It is one of the new foundations, the new grounding of the age of Aquarius. So the many emotions that are coming up, which is frustration, being short-tempered, overwhelmed, exhausted, is because we are moving out of these old programs that have supposedly kept us safe. So the discomfort, like I've said before, is very high. Now, some of these energies that we are feeling in our body is also connected to the earth changes that is happening around us and beneath us. There is a lot of undoing of our density, of our three-dimensional consciousness, our three-dimensional embodiments. And while this is happening, we are receiving a lot of energy from the star codes, the star realms, and also the inner earth realms. So this combination, above and below, is what we are sitting in as the inner is undoing, is transmuting, while beneath us, the earth, the inner earth, is releasing the old muck of the earth history, the earth historical data. And then above us in the stars, there is great movement as there is a lot of high frequency upgrade, high light that is moving into an alignment to come through. It's called a frequency upgrade in the times ahead in 2026. This is what we're feeling also. Not only the stuff that we're shifting, we are moving out of an old way of being, predominantly in an old way of how we create our realities, how we see life. So part of this is going to be the many feelings that we are going through. So some might feel very much disconnected to many people around us, disconnected to parts of our family, to parts of our community. It's only going to be a short time because sometimes this disconnection needs to happen to really move out of that old consciousness, of that old being, of the tribal consciousness. Because that old tribal consciousness still functions from the survival programs. The survival programs of protection, of being safe from the harshness of reality, from the unseen enemies, and so on. This is what's leaving us. That's part of the intensity. And it's leaving us from those lower energy centers. As the energies of the survival programs leave those lower energy centers, the base, the sacral, the solar plexus, it can cause feelings of confusion, not being able to focus, not feeling grounded. And the reason why is that these energies and the stories and so much that is leaving moves out into our energy field. And it feels very chaotic and a bit messy because it is an energetic release of old consciousness and old toxins energetically that's leaving those energy centers. So please remember that you are a powerful being, that you are the creator of your reality, of your destiny, that the external realities has always been dependent on your inner realm, your inner consciousness. So right now, all the stuff we are going through is the movement, the shifting, the rearranging, the clearing, the detoxing of our inner realm that's been in a setup, in a program of disempowerment, of an alignment to the old systems of control. I call these old systems of control the Father God systems. It is an established structure. Part of the transmutation that we are in is moving out of that consciousness. It's called the Ascension. It's called the evolution, the resurrection. Now here on earth, that resurrection, that ascension is and always will be connected to moving into the original, authentic life force of this planet, and that is Mother Earth. And the higher self of Mother Earth is the Divine Mother. So we are moving into that embodiment, which is the original, authentic source light of this planet. And we are here at this time, all of us, to assist in this great movement and momentum of remembering, because this remembering to assist Mother Earth in her ascension, her movement into the Divine Mother, is connected to us and our ascension. For we are here at this time, in this physical embodiment, at this time, clearing out not only our individual life, but assisting with the collective, assisting with the earth, with the earth's ascension process. There is no separation. The solar plexus is a very deep dive into the portals of many realms and many dimensions. The ego consciousness gets activated now, is being called to remember its original purpose, which is to hold strong in fortifying embodiment, to be that overseeing vibration, to support the energies of the divine, of the crown energy center realm, to bring in, to support as a vessel the inspiration and the wisdom of your higher self, of your soul. So what you are going through, this undoing, this transmutation, is all about the actual transmutation, the actual shamanic movement, your body, your feelings, your mind. It is a shamanic process to move out of the old embodiment, the old structure of density, of separation. What we are going through is a very, very structured, very technical undoing that is involving the energy centers, that involves sacred geometric activations, that involves the energies of the earth, the inner earth, and also of the stars. Many of you know of this already. Many of you are very knowledgeable of what's happening in the stars, with the solar flares, with the resonance that are coming through from above and below. They are all in alignment to our ascension process. That's what we're going through. Each energy center of the lower energy center has specific signatures to them in opening and undoing the old stories, the old programs. We are moving out of a time where there have been many established programs in our being and on the planet. It doesn't feel comfortable, this moving out of the old programs. But you are doing so well. Please remember that those feelings and thoughts that you might have of hopelessness, of self-judgment, of frustration, of anger is normal. Because part of these feelings and thoughts is held in the old programs. It's a very intricate, complex undoing on some levels. That old consciousness is leaving your being, and that comes from events, stories, and experiences that happened in the past. And as it's moving out of your system, it causes energetic pain and discomfort. So what happens is the mind or the ego, because it's been in this co-creation, this collaboration with the solar plexus, the mind and the ego goes into a space also of trying to work it out, of trying to bring explanations or trying to bring resolutions. And so the ego then goes into a deep dive into what could be causing these feelings, and usually it connects with also events of the past, but it connects with your beliefs or your perceptions or programs that are predominantly programs of survival. So the ego could be sending out the energies of everything's not working out. It's a hard time. How are you going to get through this? We don't have enough. So the ego basically is sending out the energies of lack, the conversations of lack, the conversations of fear. So it's important to recognize that this is what's going on. You are a powerful creator. So it's in these times of heightened transmutation, you are clearing out survival programs. That when you are feeling what you are feeling, when you can, use the words, the powerful words, the affirming words of everything that is occurring is moving me into the place, the energy of abundance. I am a powerful being grounded here on earth. Use words that support you, that realign you to the momentum of moving into your new embodiment. When you do that often, you are strengthening a muscle of empowered creation, creativity, creating. You are linking with the Creator self that you are. I am love. I am joy. I am grounded here. I am this beautiful body. I am receiving light. I am divine. I am stepping into feeling good. Whatever works for you. It is important to start speaking using the throat energy center to command, to create through the I am processes, because this assists those lower energy center. The sacral is connected to the throat energy center. So some of you, as you're shifting and clearing the sacral energy center, will feel also the releases in the throat, because they have a co-creative relationship, like the solar plexus and the head center. Now, the base energy center has a connection to the crown, but it needs the sacral and the solar plexus to move into its new alignment and embodiment with those energy centers, the head and the throat, for the crown to be activated and the collaboration with the base to start having a momentum. Now, all that I've just said is a small aspect of the structural, energetic process that we are in. But for now, just know that it is the solar plexus that we are doing a deep dive in. That everything that we are going through is the technical, energetic process of evolution, of the ascension. And it is dissolving within us. That's why all this stuff is occurring in the lower energy centers, because those structures, those programs are in the lower energy centers. Because the ascension process needs to occur in those energy centers. The base, the sacral and the solar plexus is in the process of its ascension, its enlightenment. And so we start moving in our life. We start creating from that place, because that's what we start seeing from. And then the external reality from the law of creation will respond to move into that frequency, because I am, is creating, is seeing, is witnessing from that embodiment. So what we are going through is that process of moving out of the old way, the old consciousness. That is the ascension. It's not about suddenly in the external reality, these lights, these great frequency lights that are coming in will change things for us in the external. It is us. And that's why we're feeling it, because it's shifting in the inner realms. And this is what you're moving into. And that is happening And this is happening right now with all the transmutation, with all the energies that we are feeling in our body physical, in our energy centers. We are moving out of the old embodiment. And this is what's happening on Mother Earth, in the inner earth, and also in the stars. It is happening. And as this is happening, it's happening within us. And both will start reflecting the supersonic divine light of the original point of creation. This is one of the codes of the Ascension. So please remember that you are a divine being, that you're powerful, and what you're going through is the remembering of this. Thank you. And I will connect again very soon.